Hi guys, are you having fun puppeteering? I hope so. I like this subject very much and I've done a lot of work on it, and it's pretty tedious when you want to do very serious work, but it's pretty amusing when you're doing your own videos, things like this, like the video of your children, and then you bring a character and start moving it randomly and in a funny way. That will be very beautiful. In this lecture, we want to look at Puppet Overlap tool and Puppet Stars tool. They are not really to animate, but they are to fix things around. I will delete all the keyframes here. I don't need them, and I want to show you something that is quite important. If you take that keyframe and move it in the middle, you notice now it's crossing over if you zoom in. So part of the hand is behind and part of the hand is on top. How do you fix that? And somehow it's pretty important. You don't want things to look so funny and very bad. How do we fix that? For that we use what we call the Puppet Overlap tool. The Puppet Overlap tool, like you see here, does not work on the shape itself. It will always show you the original shape or the original mesh, and from there on you start working. So let's say I put a overlap pin over here. Now the overlap pin and the start pin are completely different sets of pins. They do not interact with the puppet pin and they don't interact with each other, but they will fix your animation. Now I want also to bring to your attention, let's go back to the alpha channel. If we look at the alpha channel here, really what have we given After Effects to work with? A flat layer, a flat pixel layer. And After Effects has no clue which pixel come in front and which pixel come in the back. We have to give him more information. I'm calling After Effects him. We have to give it more information so it knows where to put the pixels, in front or in the back. And there is quite a magnificent way here is through percentage to put things on in front or behind each other. Let's go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the RGB. This is the beginning. Zoom in a bit and click anywhere so it will give us the mesh. And let's put a stars tool just over here because this is my problem area. Now notice what happened. The stars tool here has in front 50%, extend 150%. Obviously I've been working here. Let's take down the extend to 10. And in front here we can leave it to 50. Now you can think about it that everything is on 0%. It's not true, but somehow After Effects have done them between 0 and 100%. But let's assume that everything is at 0% and start working from here, and we take the 50% as our average of in front. So the overlap pin here is working only on 4 rectangles. I can extend it by using the extend here and start extending and covering more of the triangles. Now notice the white ones, very white ones, are getting 50%, 100% of the 50%. The ones that are in gray, they are not 50%, they are, let's say, 49%. You can keep on extending to cover the area that you would like. What is wrong to do is to start adding more pins to cover more of the area. No, don't do that. Try to use the extend as much as possible. Now notice the extend here is extending in all directions. So you can move your point to, further to go up. And here you are, you have covered more area here. Now we still have a small problem here. You have the choice to use the extend or to move your point. Let's use more of the extend and we cover up to the end. Here you are. Now if I want to cover up to the shoulder, I can move my point. Cool. Thinking that it's gonna go in all direction. When I extend, I can extend it. Now it's covering up to the shoulder. Here you are. Now we have an extension here that's not good. We can use the point to go this way. Here you are. You have just extended up to the shoulder. So now any animation with the hand will ensure that, I go back to puppet pin, will ensure that the hand is always on top. Let's remove the mesh and look at it. Is it always on top? Let's click here on this point. Oh, no, it is this one for the hand. No, this one. And move the hand. You notice that the hand is moving on top of everything. And that's cool for me. Now, notice also you have some distortion here that's not very beautiful. We will work on it. Now, also the mistake I've done here, I brought them next to each other. I was wondering which one is the point to use, the pin to use. Okay, so this is how you use the overlap tool. If you take this hand, for example, let's try to fix it. Does it have any problem? Yes, here it overlaps. So there is a decision to make here. Do you want it behind the legs or in front of the legs? Since this hand is the one in front of the legs, maybe this one should be behind all the legs. Let's put it here. Let's put it here and make sure it's behind the legs. I will choose now the puppet overlap tool and put a point just here, and the hand is coming now in front of everything. Let's reduce it to 0% or negative even, you can go, but let's put it 0. It's not working. We make it negative. Cool, now it's in the back. Let's say minus 50% will work nicely. And you see now it is dark. When it's dark is negative, when it is white it is a positive. Now the hand, if it moves, we use the puppet tool, that is Control P, and it's always behind almost everything, of course. So one hand is in front and one hand in the back. Let's put this one here. You notice it is under the second hand. That's pretty nice. Now you can create a movement where the guy is putting one hand in front and the other hand in the back, or one hand in the back and one in front, and he's doing, you know, a movement of, you know, dancing or something like this. So this is about the overlap tool. It's a fixing tool. The puppet starch is also, I will show you how it works in the next lecture.